Alright, next project. Dragonfly made out of bronze and stainless steel. With this one, my plan is to have multiple different finishes between the stainless steel and the bronze. When you use heat on the bronze to get different colors. So I have to do this in stages or pieces so I can individually patina each piece and then reassemble them so that there's a really nice high contrast between all the parts. So let's get shaping. Here's a nice shot of a bunch of the different tools I like to use for shaping my pieces. There's a couple of upside down gas cylinders that create a really nice dish form, and we're working on the eyes currently. Alright, eyes. Gonna fit them into the rest of the head. As you can see, there's a little bit of a back and forth tweaking to get everything to fit right, but I got there. Fasten it in, and here we will see how the rest of it fits together with the current pieces that I have done. Give you an idea where I'm going with the thing. That will be part of the tail. Yeah, I think this might work. Alright, now we're starting to shape the wings. I'm using 1/4 inch stainless steel rod. Got to bend them between a couple other bars in order to shape them. Here we got them pretty much done. Now we're going to start filling them in with the veins, the webbing sort of effect. I don't want to overkill it with busyness, so I'm going to be doing about half of the veins you might expect to see in a Dragonfly wing. I'm not going to show it, but all these welds will be ground and cleaned up so you don't really see them. Here we are, the wings are kind of in position, and we're going to jump ahead and move on to the tail. I'm going to speed the video up on this one because there's a lot of assembly. The goal here is for no hardware or fasteners to ever be seen, so everything needs to get hidden, which means some real tight fits and some clever engineering, I guess. So we're going to slide all the pieces together, and they go in a very specific order. It's relatively easy to hide all the screws and pieces within the interior, but it's the last piece. How do you get the last piece on without having access to the inside? So I thought I'd make one of these tail segments a clip that could kind of slide into position and cover up the last fastener. And watch this. Click. Nice. That worked. There we go. Starting to come together. Slow it down here a bit and you can get a better eye on the nice tight fits and the layering of it all. Yeah, I think this might work. And here you got a few nubs out at the back that will be the mounts for the wings. Here I am shaping what is basically like the neck cowling for the head to the body. Don't make fun of the way I shape. Alright, quick layout to kind of get an idea where we're at with things, and it's working pretty well. I need now to weld in all the interior elements that will support both the legs and the wings. Again, everything's going to have to be hidden, so we got to do some planning and work some magic. Here are some cover plates that will be hiding all the mechanicals inside, and nice fit if I do say so myself. Moving on to the legs, these are going to be some kind of like cover plates, kind of add some interest to the legs. So I'm cutting them out with my grinder, and then I'll be shaping them. Again, back to the shaping station. This is an old anvil, dishes, stakes. This is a sledgehammer I modified. I like making my own tools, and this one's kind of cool. This is made out of an old Klein ironworker's wrench, otherwise known as a spud wrench. Alright, now we're welding some hardware onto those leg plates, which will be added to the legs to create a little bit more interest and kind of imply that exoskeleton effect. And of course, watch out for little foot sightings. So here's how I attach the bronze leg segments to the stainless steel legs. The underside segment's actually a disguised screw, and once it's tight, it has a little snap clip to keep it in place. Time to fasten the legs into the body and once again hide all the hardware. Here's another little disguised screw that will snap into place once it's tight. There we go, and the build is done. Now on to finishing, which means we gotta take this thing apart. Enjoy the time lapse. Man, that's a lot of parts. Alright, so now I gotta go through each piece, do a final grind, clean it up, make sure it's ready for the different patinas, which I guess are only 2. Heat, which depending on how hot you get the bronze, will give you a different range of colors, and then I'm going to be blackening out the stainless steel with a chemical. I use a Scotch-Brite to work it into the surface, get a nice consistent finish. Then I need to neutralize it with a product called Easy Prep. You can use baking soda and water too. Heat patina has been applied to the bronze, all the pieces are ready to go and clear coated, hanging to help prevent drips, and now we gotta put the thing back together. Boy, I wish I could move this fast in real life. Even sped up, it takes a while. Almost there. Oh, hello. So, let's do the classic slow motion reveal. And yeah, this thing can be hung on a wall. There are all the colors. I'm pretty darn happy with it. I even ground all the edges of the parts in order to get this nice highlighted pop on all the different metal segments. So yes, it can be fastened to the wall, and it's got these cool little cover pieces to hide the hardware. Here we are, bronze stainless steel Dragonfly. Not a single fastener to be found. Sincerely, thank you for watching, and since this is one of my first YouTube videos, like and subscribe. Feels kind of weird saying that.